You guys still remember? Do you want to catch each other up? Do you remember what the last thing was that happened?
It's been a long
I
time
think for
ago.
Bark, yeah, I think for Bark, we stopped at the entrance to the what are they called? The translucent people's cave?
Erdipon.
Urdefans, yes. And we had just decided that we would go in, and that's where we had to stop. So last session, and I think it's been only one session since, was spent first trying to sneak inside, which Bark did successfully at first. And then I don't remember, but I think he failed sneaking out, so he was spotted, and that's where battle started with.
Yeah, I think we managed to get out too, and then when the whole group tried to move in, somebody
Okay,
failed to check.
okay. Yeah, well, and then Bark had told us that the place contained more than a dozen, like maybe 20 individuals.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up fighting them, thankfully not all at once, because they were already too busy fighting each other. But in the end, they are all gone, including the gorilla demons or diamonds, I don't remember.
Yep. Damon. Yep.
They were fighting each other.
They were
Yeah,
for
it
fun.
was kind of. Yeah, I don't know if it was like a bar brawl sort of thing, or if it's just their nature to always be at each other.
Yeah, I mean, it was more like sparring, but in a pretty brutal, like full contact, basically. But you didn't see any of them kill each other. It's not like they went that far.
I mean, that would be pretty dangerous if they did. Just blow up their whole camp.
Yep, exactly. No,
Their
but
whole camp
apparently,
blow up because everyone's dead.
so far, yes. Basically, there was this huge battle. Everyone, all the tokens that you see right now are actually deceased. It just during the upgrade, apparently, it lost track of the markers. So I'm just gonna delete them from the map here. So there's just bodies everywhere, or at least the exploded and sublimated remains of the Erdifon, and just little piles of ash where the daemons were slain. And I believe when I went back to the tape, how we ended last time was with a little bit of a warning, which was that when you came in here, the sounds of the fighting were covering your movement and your the noise you were making a little bit. So that was to your advantage. Now that you've slain every last evil creature in here, it is eerily quiet. And you know that there are a couple more chambers connected to this one. And you wonder if the silence might actually be more of a giveaway than any noise that was going on before. So let me put on the right track here. And then here we are. And then let's jump right back. Nope, that's a little bit too dramatic, I think. And then we can jump back in. All right. So, what do you do?
We should probably patch ourselves up a little bit.
Do what?
We maybe go back out.
Well, I suppose so. I mean, Soma at this point probably will be a little bit in shock after wiping out the whole cave like that and being somewhat injured at the moment. So, and since we don't have time to recover, it probably would be prudent to step back indeed.
Is it normal that Soma's token is dark?
It's supposed to be transparent, but maybe,
Transparent?
no, I mean
Everything looks normal.
Looks normal to me.
Oh yeah, I mean it's doesn't seem to be any different, or but maybe it's animations glitching up.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you have to refresh.
Yeah, it's animations.
All right. So are we pulling out?
I think so. It probably would be more prudent to do so. Not that I'm not bursting with fighting spirit, but fighting spirit is leaking out of many orifices right now. Don't forget stick.
Gosh, that was all such a blur. I hardly even know what happened there. But I am feeling enfeebled, and that's probably not a good thing. Right. How far out are we pulling?
How much of a walk is it to the place where the Caligni stay?
Probably like 10 minutes or so.
Isn't there like
Um,
a good chance we'll run into something else along the way, though?
or we could hide in some of these mushroom patches while we rest up. It's up to you.
I mean, that sounds like a plan.
I mean, ultimately, we only really need like 10 or 20 minutes of to catch a breath. So
Okay.
hiding in a mushroom patch actually might not be that bad of an idea, although it could be a bit reckless.
Okay.
But maybe not this one, but just a little farther
Yes.
out.
Yeah, okay. A little further out. Okay. You do so, and you kind of try to settle in. Even though it's just going to be a few minutes, you're probably going to want to pick someone as your watch, and you have this eerie feeling of being watched by someone or something, and you can't quite shake that feeling. And then you hear these whispers, and kind of almost like from far away, but eerily close at the same time, as if it was right next to your ear. And you hear Velcora's voice. You recognize her now from the encounters that you already had with her. And she, just every now and then, her voice rises up and she goes, "Leave, run away, give up," and similar things. It's very unsettling. It's in fact so unsettling that it won't give you enough downtime to take a quick rest here. How do you respond to it?
Uh, Well, I mean, someone has an idea how to respond, but it's not to be named in a polite society, and she needs a new pants.
Look, I can at least give some snacks. I can at least make some snacks here because it's already prepared, and I just need to cast it. But I won't be able to do it again because it's hard to refocus when there's a evil witch flitting about your ears. And he looks around the cavern. But I am gonna get at least one. I'm gonna do one casting of this and then figure out what to do with it. Is anyone really badly hurt besides me?
Oh, Souma's pretty bad at the moment, but maybe I can fix myself up.
Somebody here
Firstly, I will
poisoned?
chug a potion.
Okay, you've got a potion. All right. All right. In that case, I'm just gonna eat all of my produce because I'm really badly hurt apparently. So, yeah. So that's it. My focus point is gone, but Bark is in significantly better fighting shape now.
Okay, and I think I will also. I have the prayer beads, so I think I will tap their power and cast heal on myself. It's still listed as not unused on my sheet.
Let's see. I do have some. I can cast a very basic heal spell, but I don't think that's going to be very useful for us right now. Probably better to get someone up after they've dropped. You know, save them from death, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, that's not very much, but.
Okay. Well, should we try to push back in, or should we retreat further and really give ourselves time?
Well, I can keep going, but Sandy looks quite bruised.
I don't care, Sandy. Sandy's not gonna worry about that. He is gonna pop a healing potion probably, if anybody has one.
Well, I no longer have one, but I could try to medicine him to bind his wounds.
Well,
Actually, he does have a potion himself that he could use.
there you go. So now what?
Good question. I guess we proceed.
We can try.
You will fail. You're walking into your doom.
All right, I'm no longer actively dying, so I suppose we might take another risk. Enfeebled and drained.
Hey.
Am I still
Hey,
off guard, or is it? I suppose it's.
No, the off guard should go away. That was because of invisibility effects and stuff.
Are you
Okay.
poisoned or something, Souma?
I'm enfeebled from something. I don't remember from what anymore.
Well, I see the
Oh.
enfeebled. What's the other? The little green heart on you.
Drained.
That's drained.
Ooh. How bad is that for you? I don't remember what drained does exactly.
It lowers max HP, I believe.
Yeah. I take a status penalty to my constitution rolls and disease, and my fortitude saves.
Why don't you come over here before we get any deeper into this? Let me see if I can help you with that. And I will cast Sound Body. And unfortunately, it only eliminates one effect.
Well, I'm not as physical, so I can stay enfeebled a bit longer.
Yeah, it can't get both of them. And technically, it's an attempt to counteract, so it doesn't even get rid of it. It's a counteract, and I'm gonna roll the counter. I'm gonna click the counteract button, even though I never remember what that does. So
I believe.
I rolled a 4 on the die. Oh my god.
Yeah, I believe that the enfeebled is from a ray of enfeeblement that was cast during the battle, so that would have worn off by now. Only the drained would still be around because that only goes away after a full night's of rest.
Would that apply to Bark as well? Because I'm also enfeebled.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So as you move away from your temporary refuge that really didn't turn out to be so restful after all, you hear Belcora's fading voice as she apparently as her presence slips away, and she says, "You're making a big mistake." And you find your way back to the Erdofan's camp, which still remains eerily silent. And you sneak inside the main cavern, still, showing the signs of your recent battle. The weapons and the little strips of leather and similar clothes that the Erdefans are wearing scattered around the floor of their bodily remains. Nothing really remains once they go out in that necrotic decay. And you still have a few side caverns to explore. So, where do we go first?
Simon, do you know the source of the drained condition on Soma?
Yes, that came from a creature.
Do you have any idea if the 23 counteract is sufficient to get rid of it?
The DC would be. Actually, hang on. I have a physical GM screen now, which has some tables in there.
Yeah, that camera really follows you.
Yeah,
What's that?
it just dramatically zoomed in on you when you walked away.
Oh yeah, it likes to do that. Dum dum dum. Okay, so that would be a 27. So that is a regular failure.
Which means
Wait, sorry. No, wait. I looked at the wrong creature. Hang on. That would be a 20. So it would, in fact, be.
DC is 20, you say?
If it's a spell used to caster's DC, yes. Yep. So DC is 20, which makes it a success if its counteract rank is 5 or less. And it indeed is. It is 5. So, yeah, you managed to remove the drain condition.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, there we go. Stick, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Gotta follow. Well, anything interesting about this collection of tents here? Or did I look at that last time?
No, you did not spend any time looking through their tents and belongings. You find a bunch of their weapons lying around, composite longbows. There are these strange double-bladed swords that they're wielding, warhammers, and those strange whip-like weapons, and serrated daggers, just kind of like strewn across the cavern, and also some of them lying inside those tents. Inside the tents, also you find gruesome trophies of previous battles that range from entire skulls to just individual fingers or jars full of brownish liquid with a foul smell to it, and yeah, other unspeakable things.
Mm. Pretty gross. Hey, what do you think the
The
odds are that we can put all this stuff on and like carry these weapons and they might think we're one of them?
Well, I don't remember them wearing much in the way of clothes.
and their flesh is translucent, so it's pretty obvious if you're one of them or not.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I never really invested in the disguising spells. So,
Guys, they're a bunch of party poopers. Side tunnel, side tunnel, side tunnel. Side tunnel. There's a lot of side tunnels.
Yeah. Shall we pick one?
Is there anything that distinguishes one from any other?
Let me see, but I don't think so. Or... Yeah, so there are hides of various creatures that cover the entrances to those caves, and each one also has a narrow wooden door. They all look more or less the same.
And this one up here, all the way up here, is the same, or does this look like it goes somewhere else?
The one to the north, no, that seems to turn into a longer tunnel of sorts that snakes north. So that just keeps going for a while.
Probably one of those classic entrances to the Underdark.
Hmm.
Or the dark, the down dark, the Darklands, whatever it's called around here.
Darklands, that's right.
Your pick.
Well, we're next to this one.
All right, you boldly open the door and you find that the cavern behind it slopes upward to a flat area. You see a metal box that's about 3 feet across and sits against the northern wall. Its lid is pressed against the wall to prevent it from opening. And in front of it, there's a bloody circle surrounded by runes painted on the floor.
And then it's not like the teleportation ones that we've seen.
No, it's very different for sure.
Well, that does not look nice at all.
so yeah, I suppose we might as well start rolling knowledge checks to discern what kind of circle it is.
All right, yeah, you can roll your knowledge from the basic action macro thing.
Basic action. Oh, there it is. Knowledge checks. Ah, there we go.
Okay. You're the only one who's trying to figure that out? Anyone else?
Well, Ottardo maybe can take a wild guess here. Let's see.
Okay. Right. Well, Souma and Bark, you both actually think that, even though it looks different, but maybe it is one of those teleportation circles. Maybe they've tried to kind of like hack into the network, in a sense. and create their own additional nexus for all of those teleporters. But Ottardo, you would disagree. You would say that they were doing some unholy magic here, trying to summon something, most likely a powerful daemon, given that they already have shown that they're in league with those creatures. But it looks like they have never been able to finish that right. Possibly because of your battle.
Hmm. Does the thing smell of magic to you?
And nobody detects any magic from this.
Smell of magic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure I like the implication of that. Shooting me to smell it. I don't detect any magic from it. Does it seem like just whatever it is, it's inactive and inert, like it wasn't completed?
Well, I mean, you have to detect magic, right? So you don't sense any active magic from that circle.
I don't actually have detect magic on this character, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But I
I
think
do.
Souma might. Yeah, Souma does. So Souma can confirm that there is no active magic coming from this circle right now.
So I suppose
So
it
it
could
should.
be. So it should be safe to deface it, I suppose, so to prevent it from being used again.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, being able to teleport up to the higher levels instantly, considering, you know, all of the danger we're now in. It's not just a guarantee that we can take a walk back up to the top when we need to. It's not the worst idea to have some sort of teleportation from down here if we could, you know, modify it ourselves. But I don't know if it's worth the risk. We've already seen what goes wrong, even when a normal teleportation circle gets bungled. He looks at Souma.
It was an accident, okay? I was tired.
And as you discuss this, I assume you're doing this in this room next to more or less next to that circle.
Mhm.
A very weak voice kind of pipes up from inside that metal box. Kind of squeaky, but again, very weak. And only Ottardo understands the words because they are uttered in Gnomish. And the creature says, "Hello? You're clearly not one of them. Let me out, please. Please, let me out."
Ottardo will move over to the box and open it.
Okay,
Someone
well,
will like,
the
wait,
box
wait,
is
what?
There's somebody in here. Well, a gnome, I guess.
So strange. I have the sudden urge to grab it and tear it to pieces. Must be all that
the
squeaking.
the just get out the squeaker. The box is pushed up against the wall, and you have to kind of move it away from that wall, and then there's a door on it that we weren't able to open because it was, kind of turned upside down against that wall. And you finally manage to muscle it open, and an exhausted looking, emaciated gnome-ish creature falls out. Just kind of like tumbles onto the cave floor in front of you. And it blinks a few times in that magical light of yours. And it looks up at you, and you can see its eyes focus. And then it says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought I was done for. Well, that would have been the last adventure of Calinth Naragblom, I guess. Not a great way to end my book, but I'm glad that you found me here.
Are
Thank you.
you? Did you come alone here?
I, I, uh, well, yes, I did. I did. I'm, I was, I'm used to traveling alone, but somehow they got the drop on me. I did not realize how dangerous these halls are, these caverns.
And you came from where exactly?
I came from a place that is pronounced in this language, and
But I mean,
it's
he is
way off
speaking,
the map. Yeah, it's way off the map in the deep in the Darklands. You never would have heard of it. Um, it's called and then he pronounces it, and to the best of your ability, you would pronounce it as Lozarden.
Uh, well, happy we could help you, but the place is quite dangerous.
Wait, is that right? What I just said? I think actually that's not quite accurate. I think. Sorry. Hang on. No, yeah, that's right. Lozarden. Sorry, what did you say?
Well, glad we could help you, but this is quite a dangerous place.
I know. I guess that's why all of my distant cousins disappeared around here. That's the whole reason I came here is to figure out what happened to them, but I guess maybe they were also just captured and sacrificed. I don't think I really want to find out anymore. It's too bad. I'm really curious still, but I can't. Just can't risk it. I just want to get home.
What
The- the- the-
what were your cousins doing here?
Oh, it's a long story. I doubt that you won't want to hear the whole thing, but suffice it to say that they were lured here by the false promises of a powerful sorceress, and I found records of their departure, and I was curious if any of those promises had ever been fulfilled to them, and I thought maybe there was a a new a new uh, uh, uh um sorry, what do I thought there was maybe a new deep gnome stronghold around here, and a deep gnome utopia, if you will, but I guess it's quite the opposite.
how
I
long
like it.
ago was this promise made?
Oh, it's a long time ago. By your standards, I assume you're one of those surface humans. It would be a multiple of your lifetimes.
Okay. And does the name Belcora ring a bell?
And his giant eyebrows like pop up, and he goes, "You've heard of her? Uh, you don't know anything about my relatives by any chance?"
Well, we meet some gnomes, but they were of the unlife persuasion.
No, no. And you can he like rolls up, leans against the cave wall and shakes his head and he's like, no. I don't believe you. No. She promised them great power. That does not make sense.
I mean,
That must be a confusion.
she definitely gave them great power, but mostly power in service to her. Yeah, we met a
No.
lot of them, and let's just say they're better off now than they were under her dominion. We've helped a lot of them. Yeah.
Helped. You mean
Yep.
you laid them low?
We freed them
destroyed
from
their-
their servitude and bondage.
And you have any proof of any of these stories?
Well, if you want to go up another level, just keep climbing and you'll find lots of proof.
No, I don't want to go any further. I'm just I'm gonna turn around and go back from the fastest way I know. But if you
Yeah,
want to show me proof, I I don't have anything I could give you now, but I I would try to repay you as soon as I can. I sorry, I can't just believe your words, but that's just so horrifying that I need proof for
we,
for closure.
hey, Ottardo, did you keep any bits and pieces on you? I don't have any bits or pieces.
I don't do that. It's your predecessor that used to do that.
What do you mean, my predecessor? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, when you met us, we had just lost a member of the group, and he did used to collect bits and bobs, as you say.
Let's see.
Yeah, Lucca
Souma?
was quite a collector of macabre and strange mementos. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure we have like I mean we don't really have a habit of keeping a tally, so to speak, of slain enemies. And unfortunately, Belcora didn't leave your breath and with any kind of distinctive things on them, because unfortunately they were relying purely on their unholy powers and naked clothes.
Well,
For the stash right now, so
we
it's-
could escort. What is your name?
Helen Narokblom.
Well, maybe we could escort Helen. I mean, I'm not in a rush to go back to playing Erdefans.
Well, if you would take a break from whatever it is you're doing down here and help me get some closure on this, I would greatly appreciate it for sure.
I mean, yeah, we got time. Not like we're doing anything else.
You are a strange lot. And he
you don't know
tries to get
you
to
don't
it.
know half of this. Yeah.
And he tries to get to his feet and almost collapses under his own weight at first, and then slowly manages to keep himself upright. Okay. I think I'm getting a little better already. Being freed of this
Oh.
metal prison.
Hey, buddy, come here. You need a little pick me up.
It's okay, but I don't think I can walk with you just now. I'm just gonna rest here for a little bit. I'll be okay. It'll just take a little while. And then you see him cast a spell as he's holding on to the cavern wall, and then he just kind of like slides into that stone wall. And as he slides into it, he says, "You know where to find me." And then he's gone.
That is odd.
He called us weird.
Yeah.
You think you know a guy, and then he just slides into a stone wall on you. You know.
Hail as old as time. All right, you check out the next cavern, where a raised platform with a bloody altar stands on the eastern side of it. It's roughly triangular in shape. And inside that, sorry. Yeah, so that the altar itself is just covered in brown and red stains. Most of them look like dried blood, maybe other fluids as well, but from what looks like many, many different instances of bloodletting.
Oh, this is grisly.
Yeah.
It's just the raised platform and then the altar on top, and that's it.
Well, altar is covered in all sorts of different
And the blood.
bodily fluid, and yep, and it also has spilled onto the floor and all over the place. Dried stains everywhere. Soma, you do not detect any magic.
Mm-hmm. Must have been some sort of place of worship. Okay, then she'll try a religion check. She's newly trained in religion, so she might know something.
Yeah, you can just do the recall knowledge macro. I'll pick whatever I need from it.
Yeah.
But you don't actually have knowledge religion, it looks like.
I don't. I thought I got it from the oracle.
It doesn't look like you have it. But anyway, neither of you are. I mean, you're sure that it has something to do with their brutal, grisly, and gruesome rituals and of these Erdefan creatures who seem to be just driven by violence. But beyond that, you have nothing else to learn from this.
Don't leave me there.
All right. You open that last door to the southernmost chamber, and you see inside another one of those Erdefan spellcasters, and it's clenching its warhammer. It seems to have been waiting for for this encounter for quite some time, and it immediately emits this like hissing scream, seemingly to alert whoever else is in the cavern. And a moment later, the flap of that tent in the center of the cavern is open up, and a creature strides out. Another Erdefan, but this one looks quite a bit more intimidating than the ones before. It is tall, almost large in terms of the size category. It wields the same weapons that the others have, but you can already tell with much greater proficiency. It also looks different. It's while every Erdefan you've encountered so far has this strange bluish translucent skin, this one it looks even stranger than that. It is also translucent, but it's also at the same time kind of waxy and pallid for some, as if he had some sort of weird supernatural skin condition. And on his back, he's carrying what looks like a giant shard of glass, emerald in color. And he's secured it to his back, seemingly as like a permanent fixture. So it is clearly important to him. And he strides out of his tent and he growls in Aklo. So I believe that means only Ottardo can understand it. And he says, "It's you. I knew it would be you. I've seen you. You're supposed to be the ones that end me. No, you will not end me. You will give me even more power, just like that elf did when I drank its blood. The visions are wrong. That was not the beginning of my downfall. It was the beginning of my rise to even greater power. Now, die!" And he like sinks his feet into the rocky soil and prepares for battle. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so now everything is a little bit different here. So let me figure this out as we're going along. I have everyone here. I think I can just roll for. Well, okay, if you want to roll your own, that's fine. Oh, interesting. They put the chat next to the encounter tracker so that I don't have to pop it out. Interesting. And okay, I think we now have everyone. Nope, Soma. I'm gonna roll for you. You're welcome. All right. And we're off. So, Soma, while he's monologuing a little bit, you are already readying yourself. You know where this is going, and you are the first one to act.
Well, I suppose so. So in this case, I suppose it should be the usual. And as this Urdafan starts like monologue that she doesn't really understand, but she nods to Sir Ottardo, takes a deep breath, and starts plucking the strings, as slowly picking up the speed of the battle music. I will make it once more the lingering composition with my final focus point.
All right. Where's that turn marker coming from? That is.
I don't know. Okay, 26. That's I think. No, it's not critical. My class DC is 27, so it's only normal success. But we will cast Inspire Defense, so that will last 3 rounds now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I still can send it to the others. Good. Okay, that was one action, and I mean, I don't really have anything interesting for the next two because I'm too far away. All my cantrips are 30 feet. What bad thing should I do to them?
So, what do you do?
I don't really know, like shielding myself. And I suppose that this would be it for now.
Okay.
And turn or...
Yep, you can hit. Yep, there you go. Thank you. All right. So it is one of the Urdafan spellcasters that's going to get its first turn. And What we're gonna do, we're going to cast a spell targeted at Ottardo. Nope. What does that mean?
You just delete me?
No, I made you in. I toggled your visibility by accident. So here we go. All right, it's not that powerful of a spell that it can just delete you out of it. Okay, so you can roll that fortitude save, please.
Okay.
And you see a ray shoot from the Erdofan's fingertips coming your way. You do save. It's a regular save. No, it's counted as a critical because that's your ability.
Yep.
So, yep. So you are okay with that. And then it is the Erdofan's leader's turn. Oh, that's cool. When you target something, it now shows you the distance from the currently highlighted token, at least for me. Don't have to measure it. Very cool. Okay, so with a howling scream, he charges forward like so, and he attacks Birke first. So that was one action, and now he's gonna do a double action. Sorry. Yeah. Now he takes 2 action to make a frenzied attack, and he gets to attack with his sword once, and then with his 2 jaws, and his map doesn't even increase until after that. So, first attack, which is a hit, and does 25 points of damage to Birke. Then a bite, which is a critical hit, and does... Okay, and wooden... Well, you don't have your reaction yet, because you haven't had your turn yet. Anthony. You with us?
Oh, sorry, I muted. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that back. So we have 28 points of damage here for Birke for that critical. And he maintains contact for a little bit, and you can see the flesh around the wound where he bit you turn translucent already. I'm gonna need you to do a fortitude save. That's a regular success, and that means that you're okay. So even though it hurts a great deal, it doesn't immediately have any complications. But then there's another attack. Finally, this one misses, and that is the Erdefon leader's turn, and then it's Birke.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to try to step back from all of this. And I guess I can't really step anywhere because my allies are all around me, so that means I actually have to stride.
And that, because he does have an attack of opportunity, he uses it to swing his sword at you.
Now I wouldn't double.
Critically hitting, but you become a wooden double. And we'll see the damage here. 58. So the block is hard as 5 and 25, so you still take 23 points of damage. Where does that leave you?
I'm trying to figure out. So, okay, so casting wooden double is one. It's a reaction. Okay, it's just a reaction. Okay. So I still have 2 actions. I do take.
Wait, but yeah, it gives you a 3-step action basically as you move away. But
Yeah.
there is no space you can move into. So I guess what happens is you would lie prone in one of the squares around the square you were in. Because you can't end your... You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was already striding away. Does that interrupt the
Oh,
stride?
Well,
uh,
I think the
The
way it
stride
happens
is
is...
what triggered it, so wouldn't the
That's
stride
right.
happen
So
first?
well, it happens... It interrupts the stride. So you start your stride, which triggers the attack of opportunity. Then you trigger the wooden double, which means you take a step action immediately. So you're still in that square right now, and you have nowhere to go without falling prone. Well,
wait,
actually,
hold on.
that's not true.
Does
You could step here.
does it actually interrupt the stride? I'll just double check. Because I think the thing about
I mean, it makes zero
interrupting...
sense for him to finish his stride, and then in that square, he's gonna take that step. That does not make sense to me.
Yeah, but under normal circumstances, if I were to just stride, if he attacked me, I would still get to continue the stride, right? But
That's true.
I guess my wooden double does stop the stride with a step. Something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would
so the
still
thing
let you.
about
I would still
the,
let you
the
finish your stride after the step. It's just that in this case, because you have nowhere to step to.
Okay,
get
can I
yeah.
step here?
Yes.
wait,
Okay, then
just
I'll...
just before that, so reactive strike on a critical hit, it disrupts manipulate actions, not strides.
Yeah, but it's not a disrupt in the technical sense. It's just the order how these things get resolved. Because as he's trying to move away from this square, he triggers the reactive strike,
Okay.
and then the reactive strike triggers the wooden double. He's still in that square. So now we resolve these things from the top down. So the wooden double is resolved first, which means you take a step action. So now where can you take your step action? And so you can take a step action here. Now we resolve the next effect, which is the reactive strike. So it hits the wooden double for 25, and it goes and is destroyed. Now 23 points of excess damage need to be applied to Birke, which it looks like take him down to 0, exactly 0.
Yeah, I'm actually at 0 anyway, so this is all irrelevant. Yeah.
And then
I was
in
at
this
0 in
square,
that
and in this square you go down. Yeah, but if you were still at 1 hit point, now you could finish your stride action, which means you would
Yeah.
have your speed. Yeah.
Well, that's my turn because I'm unconscious. So
Well,
Yeah.
there's sick.
What's
Stick
that?
has to follow by commands. I mean, technically, he can do his own thing when I'm down. Could he take a potion from me as a manipulate?
And he's independent, right? So
He's
he has
independent.
one action.
He has one action regardless. But once I'm unconscious, I think he has. Ooh, is that how that works? Or am I crazy? Companion. I might be thinking of the Eidolon. I mean, there's not a lot Stick can do at the moment, so he's just gonna back up as well.
Okay. Then there is another Urdafon in the chamber that I'm not sure if you have been able to see it yet. And it moves into line of sight here, like this. And I hate when they put the spells on characters on NPCs. I think that's what they're here for. So that's what they're gonna do. They're here to basically clean up after their leader. So it's gonna target Birke with a spell as he lies there dying. It's gonna cast Death Knell.
Oh no.
Birke, you need to roll a save. Oh, I also need to move the ammunition. Sure. And that is a critical success, so you remain unaffected by it. Oh, range touch. Okay, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. So we have to move up. But it does have enough speed to do that. That's its whole turn, though. And that was fairly ineffective. All right, then it is Sandy's turn.
Okay, well, Sandy is going to step up, having started the fight by raging. Let's pull up the sheet. Well, I think he is going to attempt to strike the leader.
That's a hit. Ooh, and he takes quite a bit of damage, but that seems to be barely injuring him. However, another hit. Adds 18 points of damage to this, and now he does look indeed injured.
And that's it for him. Ottardo is going to tell everyone that we just have this one final nut job to mop up. And then he'll attempt to trip.
Okay. Let's see that.
Sure.
And that is a regular failure.
And he will finish up by by raising his shield.
Okay. Then it is Soma's turn.
Right. Guys, please reapply the defense.
Are you going to put it in the chat? Nope.
I'll just pop it out and drag it on everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's... for some reason I can't target Birke. There we go. and seeing how dire situation is, Soma will pop out one of her maximum level slots, like striking another sound from your loot and pointing at Birke and saying, like, rise. She will soothe him from 5th level slot.
Wow, okay. Birke is back.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
and I don't have anything real to do for one action, so I guess I'll just cast Shield again.
All right. Okay. The Erdefon in the back here, you seeing one of the enemies of their kind go down in the first round, starts a hooting and fanatical sounding battle cry, and seems to stir something in its allies that makes them look even more frenzied as they are whipped on by this. So that was 2 action, and the third action is just going to be repositioning a little bit here. So we're just gonna move right over here. And then it's Bark's turn.
He doesn't have his reaction back yet, right? Because I moved before him.
That's correct.
Alright. In that case, we are going to step away, or stride away, I should say.
Yeah, are you crawling or are you getting up first?
Stand up. You know, we're gonna stand up, pick up the staff, and stride away.
That makes sense.
And Stick is going to grab one of my my elixirs of healing and just hang on to it for the time being. And that's it
Okay.
now.
All right, so you're no longer prone. And then it's Kerful again. He says, I thought I had snuffed you out, he yells at Bark in the second row, in words that only Ottardo understands. And then he looks at Sandy, who's been injuring him, and he says, you're almost worthy. And then he starts another frenzied attack. So we have 34 to hit, which is a hit. 15 points of damage.
Ottardo is going to intervene
Mm-hmm.
using his reaction here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 12 points of resistance
Okay.
and an attack.
Ooh, responding with a critical. $34 points for Kerful. And adding
some status effects.
Holy smokes. You have spirit, you have vitality, persistent damage on him. Dang it. Alright, that's rough. And can you do the math for Sandy and add that manually, the damage here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That was the first hit. He's gonna do a bite, which is another hit for 26 points of damage. And another bite.
hold on, just 1 second, because he has a save to make. Reflex save. Versus falling prone.
Oh, from your ability.
Yeah.
Where is that prompt? There it is. Okay, he made that. So... Okay, did you take the 26 from the first
26.
jaws?
I will apply that on...
And then there's a critical hit for the second jaws hit for 431. Nope, that's not right. Let's get rid of that. I haven't rolled the damage yet. For 40 and a 42 save.
We have the right character.
25. That is a failure, which means that Sandy feels drained as the Urtifon is just like digging its jaws into Sandy's flesh and starts drinking his blood. And the Urtifon regains 10 hit points doing so. So that was 2 actions, the frenzied attack, even though it was 3 attacks. And now with the worst map, however, there's another sword swing, which hits
Oh, dang.
for 29 points of damage. Okay, with Sandy barely holding on. Well, let's see, we have some damage to do here. So we apply the damage, we do a recovery check, and we apply the damage and do a recovery check. And with Sandy barely holding on, one of the Erdefon tormentors in the back is starting to heal their leader, casting the 2-action version of harm versus undead. And then we roll healing. And that should be 34 points of healing. There we go. And the third action is taking a step back, I guess, because it doesn't need to touch him for that. And then why would it be so close? And then it's Sandy.
Okay, Sandy's in bad shape. Does he have anything in particular here? Don't think so. Okay, well, I guess he will just try to kill him faster.
That sounds like Sandy.
Oh no.
Alright, so we're missing it. We're missing all over the place. And then it's Ottardo.
Okay, Ottardo is going to try to draw the attention on him by smiting Kerfin. Is that his name? Kerfin, okay.
Yep.
Hopefully that gets him. You forget about Sandy for a while.
Is there actually anything in there that would compel me to attack you? I see that there's...
No. It's just
Yeah.
well, there is one effect. So Smite says that whenever the target attacks someone else than Ottardo does extra damage to them. Ottardo's strike do extra damage.
If I'm attacking others? Where does it say that?
So it's basically an effect that's on Ottardo, where Ottardo gets to do extra damage to the target, and it's renewed whenever the target attacks someone else. So if they attack Ottardo,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it extends the duration. That's what it says here. The duration extends to the end of that enemy's next turn. If the enemy continues to take these hostile actions each turn, the duration continues to extend. Gotcha. Okay, and you hit him. Whoops. And you hit him for 14 points of damage here. And some persistent damage riding on that.
And then Ottardo is going to finish by raising his shield.
All right. Souma.
Okay. Souma will lean to Bark, asking like, Bark, can you take care of Sandy not dying for a moment? Because I'm gonna need to give them some headache in the back line. And in order to do that, she will raise her hands, make quite a loud noise, and use her last 5th level slot to summon another dragon. Right about here.
All right, can you summon it yourself? Or do I need to drag it?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I can just do it. Nope, you can do it.
Right like this.
Yep.
But I'm not sure I can control it.
Well, you should be able to control it. It looks like you're in measuring mode. There you are.
Okay. Alright. And well, this guy gets 2 actions just from being summoned, so I will use them to also start whatever they call frenziedly attacking the guy who just killed the boss.
That would be this one.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. That's a hit. Taking damage. This, bites him for another 18. And critically misses with its tail. Okay.
This would be it.
Alright. So, all of a sudden, behind their lines, the dragon manifests and quickly starts to rip his helpers apart. But it's their turn. What are they going to do? Well, having a threat right there in front of them, they're going to focus on that. So the one whose turn it is going to try to paralyze the drake. How about that? So it's casting a spell, focusing on the drake, and the drake will need to save.
Well,
And that's a failure, so the drake is paralyzed for a little bit.
not really.
Oh,
because
no.
he's immune to paralysis.
Why is that that seems to be a drake thing. Well, I don't think they've ever fought any drakes, so that is just something they just learned. Alright, so then it still has one action left, which it's going to use to just try to whack it with its warhammer. Ooh, look at that, a critical hit for 18 points. Not the strongest hit. And I'll let you apply that damage in case you have anything around it. Okay, nice. And then it's Bark.
Okay, well, the first thing we're gonna do is, well, it's really the only thing Bark's gonna do this turn. He's gonna cast Wall of Thorns. And he's just gonna drop that squarely between this guy and his minions.
Oh, mean.
How can I draw that? What's the line? Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly where it goes, but something roughly like that.
Yeah, that seems good.
That's 3 actions, but because he didn't give Stick an action, Stick gets to act independently, so he will drop the potion that he just picked up from Bark onto Sandy's mouth. Into Sandy's mouth.
Nice.
He just dumps it on his head, and Sandy has to lick it.
Yeah. Oh, I'll say enough of it washes into his mouth or flows into his mouth so that he like, oh, what's that?
23 points of healing.
Okay. And then I believe that is your turn.
Yeah.
And it's Kerfel again. Obviously he doesn't like a wall of thorns appearing behind him, but he just grins. He says, You think you're mighty clever, don't you? Well, I will rip you all limb from limb and eat your organs. And then he's going to target once again Sandy. And with another frenzied attack. So, first sword, 42.
Wow.
58 points.
Well, I guess. Well, Ottardo will use his reaction because he may as well. Yeah, he will use the reaction. So that's 12 points. So that's 46 that go through, which is exactly enough to get.
Again,
down.
exactly. Yeah.
Go back to Ottardo, and Ottardo will use his reaction.
Hitting for 20 points.
that accounts for that extra damage that he was supposed to do.
Yes, it's in there. Smite +3.
And with Sandy going down, actually, Sandy's lucky that it's a frenzied strike in that sense, because that means he has to continue attacking, but he's allowed to shift his attacks to a second creature, so he's going to shift over to Ottardo and bite him, missing with the first one, missing with the second one. And as Ottardo blocks his attempts with his shield and his thick armor, the Erdefon like stumbles back a little bit. Says, "You think you're safe in your tin can? Why don't you take it off and fight like a real warrior?" And then he swings his sword one last time with the worst attack penalty, and misses thanks to Ottardo's sturdy shield. On the other side of... Oh, wait. First we'll do the damage, recovery, damage, recovery. Failing all of those. And then on the other side of the thorn wall, which I think shields vision, so you don't really see what's going on back there.
It does say that it just gives creatures cover on the other side.
Okay.
It doesn't say
Okay.
that it's okay.
Gotcha. So you see that there's the two spellcasters back there are still busy trying to take down the Drake. They're like talking to each other in Aklo, like strategic advice, like paralysis, useless. Try something else. All right. What can we do? And then it's gonna cast a Grim Tendrils, and the Flame Drake needs to save. Not Ottardo. I don't know why I have Ottardo still active here. Shouldn't be active. And that is a regular success. So you just take the half damage here, and Ottardo just disregard. Wow, that's really not that much. It's not doing much, the other one exclaims, and then also resorts to his Warhammer, missing the large Drake right in front of him. And then it is not Sandy's turn, because he should have moved just before Kerfell. And then it is, in fact, Ottardo's turn.
Okay. Well, I guess Ottardo will again try to trip Kerfell. Let's see.
That's a success. And you trip him. Shenanigans of a coward!
Oh, of course.
And then you bring down your weapon as he's lying on the ground. Doing quite some damage here.
And that's
And
it
then-
for Ottardo.
Okay, Souma.
Can I use Battle Medicine on Sandy? By this point I forgot if I used it in the previous combat, so...
What is the period? The reset period? Is it
1
24
hour.
hours? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've used it today. Wait, 1 hour? No, one day.
1 hour.
Yeah, so there's... Sandy has himself an ability that means that he's only immune for 1 hour instead of 1 day, and I think
Oh, okay,
maybe
yeah, I think...
Souma also has something else.
No,
I
we can
have
go with that
speedy
then.
recovery, but it doesn't cover the Battle Medicine thing.
But I think it has been an hour since you last used it, so that's fair. So, Karnas?
Yeah.
Well, this is not continual recovery. I think we talked about that before. It's you're not doing a treat wounds, so continual recovery
Yeah.
does not apply.
But Sandy can be...
The thing, yeah, the thing for Sandy is called robust health.
Right. Okay. So,
All right. So
Let's-
well, I will battle medicine him.
yep. You barely managed to succeed here, but it does give him some hit points back.
Circumstance equal to your level. So he gets +10 on top of that.
Yeah. Okay. That would.
Do you still have an action left? Or do you need to spend an action to get your
Well,
rules?
battle medicine is one action, but yes, indeed, I need to spend an action to give orders to the Drake, so he will continue mauling the spellcasters, and then I will be once again stuck with only one action that I can really do much with. I can try bon mot the bad guy, but he will probably won't understand me.
That's right.
This guy, the Drake, will continue mauling him with frenzied attacks. He will hit him with 2 fangs.
Ooh, that's not looking good for him.
No, it isn't.
38 points of damage, but still holding on. And then with that attack, he goes down. And as he goes down, as always, it decays into a foul-smelling gas, and the Drake will need to save. Fails, so it takes 18 points of void damage. Does the Draconic Frenzy have to apply to the same creature, or can you just switch targets now?
Well, it does say in any order. The Flame Drake makes 2 fang strikes and 1 tail strike.
Oh, so they're just regular strikes. No, not limited to just.
So he will
target.
just
Alright.
tail slap the last guy.
Nice. Yep. That's very cinematic here. Okay, but he misses. Or it misses. All right. I believe that's your turn. You said. And who do we have left
And
here?
well,
The
Souma will
one.
cast shield for last action.
Okay. With the flame drake being a big problem here, I think this one is also going to cast the grim tendrils, so I will need a fortitude save from the flame drake. Critically succeeds. How unnecessary, but that means that it is unaffected and just gets whacked by the Tormentor's Warhammer, who swings and misses, clearly intimidated by the towering Drake. Bark, your turn.
Let's see. Sanity is still struggling along here. Really gotta take this guy down. This is a line effect. Tango Cascade, that's probably not a good choice. None of these are good choices. Okay. And I can't even cast Timber on him without hurting someone.
Maybe you have the Vitality Lash, right?
Oh yeah, that affects them, doesn't it? Sorry, I forgot about these guys. Vitality Lash. It's been so long.
I'm not using it because I don't have actions.
Right, I will Vitality Lash him.
Okay.
Thank you. That is a good call.
He tries to save and succeeds, regular. And he takes 12 points of damage. Nope, actually 22 because of his vulnerability or weakness.
Nice. Okay. And I'll use my last action to command Stick to once again snag a potion and dump it on Sandy.
All right.
Giving it back
Whoa.
35.
Very nice. On fire.
Sandy, finish him off!
Well, it's Sandy's turn, but he's still prone. So is the other guy, though.
Sandy, get up and finish him off!
So one action to pick up the weapon, one action to stand up.
Yes, technically, he can still take his attack of or his reactive strike, right? Because the prone condition does not say anything to the contrary, and that's the only thing that matters at this point. So he's gonna swing his sword at Sandy's legs as he tries to get up, and misses because he's prone.
Well. Ah.
Ooh, Sandy. Poor judgment here. Misses his strike. And then I believe that's Sandy's turn.
Yep.
And Kerfel. Well, Kerfel is going to get up.
Hold on.
Sandy, you're reactive
Hold on.
strike.
Yes. Ah.
Son of a...
And Sandy swings, and then Kerfel just like basically snaps Sandy's giant maul and holds it, and then like pushes it back. Says, "Who do you think you are? All of you."
Sorry to interrupt, but is that still a miss even if he's off guard? Because I don't think he had the off guard condition on when the attack was made.
Oh, because I already got up, right?
Yeah.
And it gets triggered as he's getting up, so it would be happening first. You are very perceptive and very right. So you can roll that damage. So I guess he tries to push back, but instead Sandy slams it against his arm. Roll that damage. And just clean breaks it. You can see the bone break in his translucent flesh, and he like he cries out in pain, stumbles backwards a little bit, and then he like fishes for that green thing on well, thank you, Flame Drake, good advice. And then he fishes for that green shard on his back, holds it with one hand, and this green or emerald energy washes over him as he seems to activate it and heal 30 points of damage are healed, and he gains another status effect. So that is 2 actions, though, and he stood up, so that's all that he can do in this turn. And he just snarls at all of you, dragging his sword around, clearly badly injured, near death, but not willing to give up ever. Damage, first one for 6, recovery, and then another 4, and recovery. Phew, poor Kerfel. Ottardo.
All right. Ottardo is going to try to finish things and double miss, and he's gonna end with raising his shield.
Okay. Souma.
Alright, well, it looks like...
It looks like what?
What?
It looks like what? You cut out after it looks like.
Oh, sorry. I was saying that it looks like she's about to do the thing that she's doing the best, so like kill stealing. So firstly, she will order the Drake to continue mauling the spellcasters. I can't actually see it, and so it doesn't let me target it, the last one, but Drake should see it.
Okay.
So the Drake will just continue doing his Draconic Frenzy, which very conveniently uses only 2 actions. That's the only ones he has. Okay, that's miss.
There's a hit. Roll for damage. 91 points. Okay. And why did it not take any damage? Oh, because it was the wrong one.
That's the dead one, yeah. They would,
21 points. Okay. And then a miss. All right.
And then I will do the Vitality Lash on the bad guy.
He tries to save and fails. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And 16 points is not enough to kill him.
I was hoping for more dramatic
Wait,
number.
but his weakness breaks this up to 26, which is enough. And as he's spitting out blood or whatever courses through their bodies in its stead, and he calls out to one of his minions behind that wall. Ottardo, you can understand his languages. He says, "Heal me, you maggots! Heal me!" And then more blood, and then he gets slammed by that vitality lash and just dies. He is so powerful, though, that his necrotic decay affects a 10-foot area around him. So everyone, including the flame drake, have to roll their save. Of course.
Oh.
I think technically the wall can be damaged by that too.
Okay, we'll figure it out, but let's see what the save is first. Okay, so that's... I see some successes here, so far so good. Let's do the damage, which is also going to be more powerful. Okay, successes take half, failures take full, crit success is nothing, as normal. Okay, and then let's think about the wall of thorns here. Because I think this is...
So it says it has AC 10, hardness 10, and it has 20 hit points each section, each 10 by 10 foot section of the wall.
Would it be vulnerable to void damage?
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, this is a planned...
All it says is it's immune to... Oh, it's immune to critical hits and precision damage. I thought it was immune to some other type of damage, but it doesn't say that, so... There's no reason it wouldn't take damage, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess if it is a plant, it's technically alive in that sense. So, yeah, let's apply the energy damage here. The void damage, so that would be 10 reduced because of the hardness, so that's 21.
It destroys it, basically.
It destroys it, yep. Alright, so it blasts the thorns wither away and die, decaying just like Kerfel's flesh did, and quickly just turning into a green ooze on the floor before completely dissolving. Ooh, I believe that was Souma's turn.
Yeah.
Because we still have that one guy left there that is obviously in over his head, but none of these Erdefons have ever stepped away from a fight. So it turns around and it sees the four of you, but it also sees the Drake in front of it, and it just falls into this frenzied rage where it just starts hammering away just with no clear rhyme or reason. It knows that it is outnumbered and outgunned here, but it's just gonna go down swinging. Bark. Bring it home.
Bring it. Yeah, sure. Why not? Bark's gonna step up over here and just timber him.
There you go.
It's tree time.
Ooh, trying to jump away. He failed.
It's just 12 points of damage.
And takes just 12 points of damage.
Oh wow, it was a bad roll. I stepped up. I cast. Stick is just gonna stay there, so that's it.
Okay. Sandy.
Sandy is going to move up, use a silencing strike.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that
Go for the throw.
lands.
That's a hit. 32.
Well, maybe let's try the second strike before doing any saves.
And yep, that definitely is the end of that last one, which still will go out in the necrotic decay. Oops, sorry, I rolled my own fortitude save here. You should roll it for... I don't think we need to worry about the flame drake, but Sandy should critically succeed. All right. So with that one going down, bam, you lay down the last of the Urdefon, as far as you know at least, that have haunted these caverns for quite some time. And we can end this battle here. All right. You gain 60 XP from this encounter, which I believe pushes you over the edge once again.
Yay.
All right. Let's do the level up stuff later though. I think we can just continue to do a little more exploring and then call it a day. All right, yeah. So, strange thing about those Urdefons that they always decay into this foul-smelling mist, and then there's nothing left of them except for their clothes and equipment. So even though this was a heart-won battle, little of it remains. But the warhammers and the strange-looking sword that their leader was wielding. But right next to that sword, the strange green shard that's just
Yes.
lying there innocently, strapped to his back still.
So, who's gonna touch it?
I mean, I don't
Well,
know. Let's grab it, I guess.
we already have one of those, right?
Yeah. Although, no matter
Yeah,
how
there
hard
couldn't
we
be
stared that
anything.
one, we didn't understand what it says.
So what do you do? Oops.
Well, I guess Soma will close her eyes and, clenching teeth, she will lift the lance and pick it up.
All right. You pick it up. Well, it feels cool to the touch. It is a beautiful thing, although the color, that emerald color, is just striking. It is concave, but it is pitted and flawed. The edges are jagged, and you have to be careful as you handle it not to cut yourself. Um, you sense immediately powerful magic within, but you also know intuitively that to unlock any of its magic, you would have to find a way to connect with the item, to invest in it, if you will, in rules terms. And thankfully, just by picking it up, you don't see any of that effect that you saw on the Erdophon with that pallid, weird, waxy flesh happening to you. Yeah, like I said, it appears to be quite a powerful item, heavy as well. And as you weigh it in your hands, once again a whisper rises on the edge of your hearing, and it turns into a swirl, almost like a wind, like a little windstorm of whispers and wails that are at first they are far in the distance, and then they quickly seem to be getting louder and louder until once again you see something manifest in the chamber that you were hoping you would not see so soon again. A bluish orb appears, kind of sucking the energy out of the room and quickly taking humanoid shape as Belcora manifests in front of you. Her face, always an angry mask, but this time it's absolute outrage as she immediately starts screaming at you, especially at you, Soma, holding that shard. She says, "No, no, that imbecile, that coward, that may he forever be cursed among his kind. I should have never trusted him. He can't even hold on to the emerald lens. Why would I work? Why do I have to work with these cowards and weaklings? Well, I will not let you get away with this time." And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
Ay, ay, ay.
But you do get to level up before next week, so go with
Yeah.
that.